Hey there, Jed Coverness here from JedCoverness.com, your trusted resource for all things health, wellness, and fitness. I'm an exercise physiologist coming to you from Roseau, Minnesota. This is Talk Therapy, a tool that I use to get past my analytical mind and think out loud and put it all out there. Here we go. Today's weather, minus 7 degrees, cold AF. That's your weather. Sunny, whatever, right? That's your weather. I talk about the weather to get past my ego, that voice in my head that sits beside me, that guy right there all the time. Tell me you can't say that, you can't do that, you should do this, you should do that, don't do this, don't do that. Yeah, it's just how it works. Your analytical mind, your ego, your body wants habit, right? It wants to take over your mind all the time, and it wants the familiar stuff. It's so cold, like that's why I almost screwed up that intro. It is so cold in this truck. I didn't start it before hitting home, but whatever. Your body wants to take over your mind so much, so hard. Like it wants to become the mind, and it's very good at it. It is very good at it. I tell you, like I promise you, it is very good at it. To the point that even if you want to change, let me tell you, even if you want to change, you have to create a habit to replace the habit you already have. And it is, after the age of 35, it is difficult to change, because you have formed so many habits, so many opinions, so many thoughts by then. It's not impossible, it's just harder. Unless you're wide open for thought, for experience, for the unfamiliar. We want a familiar cycle every single day. Just like this is why I do this. This is starting to become familiar. After about a year, this is becoming familiar. And if I don't do it, now my ego's like, why wouldn't you do it? Like, what do you, like what? Like, why wouldn't you? Like, why would you sit there and just not record something today? Like it wants that familiar thing. So how do we get past that? How do you get past like thinking in a different way? Like your body sends neurotransmitters to the rest of the, like it just sends up, right? Like it just ruins your mind, ruins your brain. It wants the hormones. The body will be like, oh, we don't have this. How do we get past all that is the question, right? You gotta do the work. You really, right? The biggest piece you're gonna have to change is the habit of being right now who you are. That's what it takes. Replacing the habits with the habit. Chewing my fingernails is one. I could say that, man, I have worked on that for a very, 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 very long time. And I'm very good about not chewing the fingernails when I'm not both extremes of life. Very excited or very down and depressed. I chew my fingernails when I'm on both ends of that extreme. And that is just like when I'm excited, I read something that's exciting, I do something exciting, it's like, oh yeah. And when I'm low and down in the dumps, it's like, oh man, fuck it, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense, but to me, it's just who I am, I guess. For now. Like, that was the ego right there. It snuck in, that you sly son of a bitch. Who I am for now. But change in itself is totally possible. Like fixing your relationship with food, it happens. But your relationship with food is just that, a relationship. It's a constant thing you have to eat in order to live, right? But like I used to, like peanut butter M&Ms are my favorite, right? They're my favorite. But sugar in itself now, man, I can't really eat a ton of sugar because my body it sends my fucking central nervous system through the roof. And then I just have pain all over my body because of this sugar. But I used to just down bags of that shit, and it would be replacing, right? I would try to replace the fact that I'm not as fit as I want to be. And now I don't have to work so damn hard to be as fit as I want to be because I'm awfully close to where I want to be. But I'm never gonna be where like, oh yeah, I got it. No, it's okay. For right now, that's not in my experience, but like, think about that. I used to think, oh, okay, so one peanut butter M&M is 100 yards of movement. That's kind of shitty way to think about food and to live, right? Like, if I'm gonna exercise because I have to work off the calories that I'm eating, oh man, that is not a game that I'm gonna win. It's just not, because everything that I eat, they'll be like, oh man, okay, so I gotta work that off, I gotta work that off, I gotta work that off. That's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all. So instead of doing that, you can just love what you're eating. And then like really get into the nuts and bolts of why you're eating it. I ate it because I needed to fill a void. And the void was me not doing the work on myself to get there. Ooh, like this morning. Okay, this morning I meditate many mornings of the week. So at least 5 out of 7, if not the weekends, I get at least one in on the weekend. But this morning I had just the shithead feeling right at the beginning of a meditation, of me just sitting there thinking or not thinking, however you want to understand meditation. But then I stopped and then took 3 deep breaths, but I was imagining myself in a bubble. If you've seen Jurassic Park, they have those bubble vehicles. Like, that's what I feel like I get into when I get into meditation. But it fills up with water. And as soon as I take that first breath in, I imagine the water coming all the way up to the top of that bubble. Now I'm in that bubble and water, and like, oh my gosh, you're gonna drown. But no, it's not. So then I exhale all of that breath, every single piece of air that I can, and then I breathe in, and I'm imagining now I'm in that bubble and I'm breathing underwater, and now I'm even smaller and smaller and smaller. Now this bubble is like who I am and not at the same time. And that's how you change. That's how you, I know this is like crazy, but look it up. This is all fucking part of the process. But you have to become somebody else in order to change. I'm telling myself this, like, I have to really go deep here, because this is what happened this morning. This is what happens when you change. You have to change from within. You have to change from the neck up so you can change from the neck down. I don't just say that because it's the end of the video. Like, I fucking believe it and I live it. So after I got the 3rd breath taken, I don't remember anything until my alarm goes off, and then I know that, yeah, okay, it worked. That part of my meditation I got down. I have it down perfect. Now the rest of it, I don't remember. Like, the rest of it, I'm sure something profound happened somehow, some way. That's why I do it. And then 5 minutes after that, I lay down flat so then I can take some gratitude and just be like, yeah, cool. Whatever I take from it, great. If I don't remember it, that's okay. Doesn't matter. I used to get kind of mad. I'd be like, man, this ain't fucking working. This ain't working at all. But I don't do that anymore, because I don't need it to work. If I need it to work, I need something to immediately happen, and that's not why you meditate. So yeah, there it is. If you found any value in this, please share it. Please pay it forward. Yeah, Cobra Nation, I love you guys. Thanks for being here. And as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, then you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.